Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Journal with Me video. Yep, you know the one where I don't journal at all, but I do decorate the pages. So this is my October journal, and I love it. And I'm currently not current, which is fine. Today we're going to be journaling the fourth day of my daughter's and my fabulous trip to Savannah, Georgia. I've also been working on other pages in the book, but I do still need to go back and do all the journaling or most of the journaling. I mean, some of my pages, yeah, see, I started back here and at the beginning. Anyway, doesn't matter. Today we're working on the fourth day. So let's get started. Okay, I have prepped a little bit of stuff and we'll see what's going on. So this day we were coming home from Savannah, and I'm just erasing lightly kind of so I don't shake you around. We were coming back from Savannah, and I don't know what happened. We stopped off, right? Oh man, I have a glue boogie there. No biggie. Um, so we stopped off at where? At Bucky's, right? To gas up, and I don't know if we got anything to eat or not. I can't remember. A few little bits, to take home. And then we got back on the road again. So we're driving along, and she's going in the opposite direction of what we should be going in. Not the opposite, perpendicular, right? She's heading east where we were supposed to be going south. And I'm like, babe, where are we going? So anyway, I've told you this story before, but just briefly, my daughter, my sweet girl, surprised me with a trip to the Capybara Cafe. Okay, it's in St. Augustine. I can't tell you like exactly where. I mean, you just look up the Capybara Cafe, and it was so funny because when we were pulling up to it, it was kind of awkward, like to get in there and park and find parking and all that. And she just kept kind of stalling me because every time I would say, well, where are we going? She'd say, oh, well, the computer rerouted, or the phone, rerouted us. They're taking us a really weird route, or, whatever. Literally had no clue. She must have told me a dozen times as she told me once, because I kept telling her, babe, just look on your phone. What is happening? Like, what are you doing? And she just kept looking at me, or and saying, well, I guess we're just going to have to stop here at the Capybara Cafe and ask for directions. And I'm thinking, what? No, we don't need to stop anywhere. I mean, talk about flying right over someone's head. Like, I had no idea my daughter ever would have thought to take me to this place, and it was just so dang special. Oh my gosh, I love that girl so much, for many more reasons than that. But okay, so let us see here. These are the capybaras. Oh my goodness. Is that not the cutest stinking thing? Oh, their fur is very rough, just so you know. It looks all soft and cuddly. No, rough. Um, they are part of the scientific order Rodentia, which means they are the largest rodent on the planet, I do believe. They come from, I do believe, this South America. I could be wrong. I don't know. But they are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. And it was just the trip of a lifetime. It was just so much fun. And I was just so touched that she thought to do this on the way home. And she could have probably strangled me, with the thought of, my gosh, Elizabeth, what is your problem? Ma, get a hold of yourself. Okay, so we have all these things. Now, okay, let's see where we're going to put them. All right. I did get up, it's up here somewhere. It's on a charm. I don't know if you can see it or not with all this other stuff. But I don't know. Can you see that? A little capybara charm. And then I got a sticker. Yeah. And I got a capybara little butt post-it notepad because they're so stinking cute. right? Oh my gosh. And all these cute pictures. Oh my gosh. It was so much fun. You have no idea. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Now, let's see. I printed this out. This is actually from the place, it's their logo, I do believe. And I'm going to make it into just a pocket. And I'm leaving this the way that these are. Now, let me just give you a little explanation, because some people have asked me, like, what kind of printer do I use? Things like that to print pictures. Because I know, years ago, and certainly now too, a lot of people have or did have, those little like mini printers, and they were so convenient with the sticky back, especially for journaling. And, I think they're great too. I used to have a Sprocket. I had it for years. I used it all the time. I absolutely loved it. But then, of course, they don't last forever, like nothing does. But, and I didn't want to go to the expense of getting a new one, especially since I have a printer that can print pictures. So my printer is called, let me see, it's an HP Envy Photo 7855. Now, it's an old printer. I've had it for years, still works. Let's see if I can walk and chew gum. I doubt it, but and I'm like super out of breath today. I'm not really sure why. Whew, okay. What I use to print my pictures is right down here. It says, this is what you look for. That right there, Pick Collage. Okay. It is a free app. And you can like purchase things on it, I'm guessing, but I like the free part. It gives me everything I need to print my pictures. I don't need all the extra bells and whistles and all that kind of stuff. What I have found very recently, which, I wish I would have found it out a long time ago, but is that it works better to print your pictures from the Pick Collage app. Okay. Now, what I used to do is I would, let me think. I would use the app, to create the collage. And then, let me just stick this down here. I'd use the app to make the collage, and they have an assortment of collages, right? I put it on ratio 2:3 because I use a 4x6. This happens to be Kodak inkjet paper. I use whatever I can find in the thrift store. So there's the question for what kind of paper do I use? Yes, I have ordered HP, whatever this is called, photo paper. But generally speaking, I get photo paper at the thrift store, at Goodwill, Salvation Art, wherever I can find it. That's where I get it. And it seems to work fine. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so they have so many. When you set the ratio to 2:3, it means that you can, if you want to, you can fit a lot on, a single 4x6 piece of paper. So then you do have the chance to cut them out if you want, whatever. What I had noticed is that when I was doing the collage on the app and then just printing it from either my HP app or just like from my phone, from my photos, all of these would be all out of whack. The borders would be all out of whack. Parts of the picture would be missing. It was really annoying. I've been doing this for years, folks, and I just realized, probably last week, that I can print directly from the Pick Collage app and it comes out beautifully, right? And then, like I said, you can decide if you want to just cut them out yourself or leave them whole. This one I am going to leave whole. I will, however, let's just take something like this, put a little, tag thing. I'm just going to cut, yeah. And we'll staple this right up here. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so much fun. And what you do is, you have an appointed time. So we had to be there. She didn't tell me any of this stuff, you know. She does keep really good secrets. And so we had to leave us at a certain time, you know, in the morning and blah blah blah. And so we got there. I think our appointment was like for 12:30 or something. And so we got there and it's a group, you know, you go in with a group. So these are just going to slip right in there. So cute. Yeah, so all the group was there, whatever. We go in, there's like a, I don't know, I'll call him a zookeeper, a wildlife specialist. I'm not really sure what you'd call him. So this was, what day was this? The 20th, I do believe. Let me just get this out. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the wildlife specialist, and this was on Monday. Um, he came out, or no, I'm sorry, we go into a room, and in the room the capybaras are there. There were 3 of them. They were 6 months old. They grow pretty darn large, and they get to be around like 150 pounds. They're so stinking adorable. Oh my gosh. And so anyway, they're in there doing their thing, you know. And they had um you know, benches around that you could let me see what I'm going to do here, because I do, you know what? All right, yeah. I'm going to use this. Hang on. Okay, I'm just thinking in my brain. What was I saying? Okay, yeah. You go into the room, right? And they have benches, seating all the way around the perimeter of the room that you can sit on. And then the capybaras are just out, you know, they're like, it's almost like a cat, what I would imagine. I've never been to one, but what I would imagine a cat cafe would be, you know, they're just kind of roaming around. And so the guy, you know, he gives you the little lowdown on them and gives you all the information about them. And then we were able to feed them, you know, he'd go around and give us all a piece of kale. And my sweet girl, she was so sweet. She filmed, you know, a bunch of little videos. If I knew how to put them in as clips, I would, but sadly, I don't know how to do that. Um, anyway, so yeah, it was just so special to be able to touch them and hold them. And then, fortunately for some of the other visitors that were there, they got to. I'm gonna put this somewhere. It says gratitude. This little piece of tape. I'm so grateful to my girl. Um, the capybaras actually climbed up onto the seating and like nuzzled in around some of the other people that were there. Oh, I was so jealous, but so happy for them. You know, what a great experience, huh? So this right here, this is a waterproof vinyl sticker. Um, it says add some zing to your tablet, water bottle, journal, or planner. Enjoy. And this is from Recreations by Brooke. And they're actually holographic, right? Isn't that pretty? They're beautiful. They're in her Etsy shop. She's down below always. I am definitely going to put this here because it says, you may call me your majesty. It really, I mean, I wish it kind of said queen for the day. You know what I mean? Because my daughter is just, oh my gosh, I love her so much. And so it was just like the highlight of my year. You know what I mean? So yes, I very much felt like queen for the day and your majesty. Over here, I am going to put this one, which is, it says Capybara Cafe, St. Augustine, Florida. Super cute. Okay, let's hope I can get this on here. Some of these things are just too difficult for me. And now that I have no nails, come on. Oh my heavens. Really? Come on. Oh, this is ridiculous. How do you guys do this? There. Good grief. They make them almost people proof, I tell ya. So we're going to put that right there. Okay. Here's my little butt here. Okay. And then let's see what's on this page, because there are a couple of things. Let me just do this. Where did my thing go? Okay. this book is so dang thick, you guys. It's insane. So I want to kind of do that so it stays a little bit flat. Okay. So we went to Bucky's. Over here, I'm going to write about a couple of different things because, let me see. Well, I am going to write about, of course, our experience, but I think down here, I might just put, how just I got a few little things, because it was so cute. So we will put this on there. I got the charm and I got these little post-its and I got the sticker and it was just so much fun. I thought, honestly, I mean, I don't know what I was thinking because I've heard of this place. I've always wanted to go, but I didn't know much about it. I thought like it being a cafe type thing, it would have been like you could get something to drink or, something like that. But of course not because there are animals there. All right. Okay, so we'll just leave that there, I think. Okay. Now, over here, one of the things I did want to share too, and I'll probably maybe put a what's it called? Like a emoji of my husband because when I got home, he's so dang cute, right? When I got home, he had like done everything, like he was waiting for my laundry so he could wash my laundry when I got home. I know, right? Um, he had, everything was cleaned up. He had vacuumed and mopped. He had um, just done everything, bathed the dog so that the dog wouldn't be all stinky. He went to the grocery store. I mean, it's just the whole thing was just so dang cute and sweet. He did go to the grocery store, so he got me some alstroemerias, which are my favorite flowers. So I'm going to put that on there. I think I'll probably just put this Bucky sticker right down here somewheres. Yeah, we'll just do that. This I wrote out in my hand lettering. So sweet surprise. We're going to put it sort of like that, right? And then here I'll be able to write about our experience and how great it was. And then here I'm going to write about how my husband's so sweet and, he was having a rough day that day too. So, um, I asked him to come and pick me up from my daughter's house, which my daughter, they live about a half an hour away from us. So it's an hour round trip, which, isn't normally a big deal, but when you're not feeling well, it kind of is. And of course, he had worn himself out from, readying everything for me to arrive home. And so, anyway, so he went up there to pick me up because, of course, I mean, my daughter and I had been in the car for some, I don't even know, 6 or 7 hours. And she wasn't feeling good either. So it was kind of like, okay, you know, what I might do too is put this on this way. Then that way, maybe I'll put something down there. I'm not really sure. Let's just see how we need to do this first. Okay, I'm going to line it up with that, sort of, kind of. Okay, that looks good enough to me. All right. Yeah, because I want to make sure to, write about my sweet hubby and how he's just such a doll to me. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We're gonna put the sweet surprise on here. Again, I still, to this day, I can't believe that she took me to this place. Oh my gosh, so unbelievable. And I was, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, yeah, if you're in Florida around the St. Augustine area, I would highly suggest it. Yeah, if you like capybaras. Yep. So stinking cute. Oh my gosh. It was so much fun. So much fun. Get this. I just used this to do this. How about that? Okay. And then we'll put this on there. It was such a sweet surprise. Now, we didn't really, like, because they're wild, animals, it's not like we could, like, put them on our lap and take a picture or, anything like that. I mean, hopefully those people that had him in their lap of their own volition, you know, like obviously you're not allowed to touch them and all that. I mean, you can touch them, but you can't, you know, pick them up or anything like that. But you know, yeah, hopefully the people that did get to sit right next to them did get pictures of it, you know, because it was really, really cool. We did not, however, but we got some other pictures and some video of, you know, so it was very, very sweet. Okay, now this here. I think I'm just gonna staple this here, I think. I think. And then I might even, because with these staples, and I show you guys this all the time, I use pliers to mash down, if I can at all, mash them down. So it depends on the paper, right? So in this case, what I might do is I'm just going to take this flour washi and stick it right over the top of it and then do the same to the other side. It really is, you know, kind of annoying, but it is what it is, you know? So that way I can still lift it up or whatever to write. And then this I'll just put over here. Just so this doesn't get caught on anything. I do it with regular staples too, but I feel like the Tim Holtz ones, I'll just bring this as far across as I want. I am going to put some glue on this side though. So yeah, I find that the Tim Holtz ones really do not clamp, you know, quite as much as I would like them to. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? I can't really see what I'm doing. So, and this book, guys, oh my gosh, this book is fat. It is fat, let me tell you. And it has been so difficult to work in toward, you know, the end. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this I'm going to attempt to fold back up. Yeah. Okay. There's that. Okay, there we go, right? So this will be, you know, about my hubby. This will be about our trip to the cafe, my daughter's sweet surprise. He got me some flowers. We have the date here. We have, of course, the beautiful pictures here. I don't know why that's not sticking, but we'll figure it out. We have You May Call Me Your Majesty and the capybara thing. Yeah, so I like that, all right. And I think that we are done. We are done with this page. So it was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful trip that we have. The last few Journal With Me videos have been specifically about our trip to Savannah. So make sure you go check those out. All of these flips and flaps and places that we went and things that we did. And it was just so much fun to write about. And yeah, oh my gosh, so much fun. This was like our second day there. We did so much, just so much. I still need to go in here and write about it, which is fine, but just so much fun. This was our first night there. So if you haven't seen these and how these pages came together, then make sure, you know, you look back in the list and if you want to see them. So yeah, just super fun trip. I love documenting about it. I chose this time to document it right in my October journal, which has consequently made it super fat, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all in one place versus doing a separate, what's it called? Trip journal, right? Yeah. I don't do too many of those, if at all. So yeah. So there we are. We have finished my trip and then come back for next time because I still have more journaling to catch up on in this book. So I hope to see you then. I will thank you for your time. I know how precious time is. Trust me, I know. And I just so appreciate that y'all choose to spend your time with me. I hope you've enjoyed this little trip, to Savannah with my daughter. And I love her so much, and she's so very special to me. So thank you again. I hope you got some inspiration, got some ideas on how you can document, a short little trip. And yeah, otherwise, I will hope that you have a great rest of your day and a wonderful week. And I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.